Hello lovely people, welcome to the Geek Cupboard, I'm Penge and welcome to Kingdomino, and this is the official video game version of the tabletop game of Kingdomino, which is really good. I love playing Kingdomino. I do have the proper physical real world game and it's great fun. It is very good. It's pretty quick and easy to play, but it does have quite a nice level of challenge to it, with the ultimate goal being to build a kingdom out of special bits of land that are in the form of, yes you've guessed it, dominoes. Of course they are. And there's oceans and fields and meadows, and as you play you score points in a few different ways, and when the game is done everybody looks down at their kingdoms that they've built, they add up all the points they've got, and the one with the most points is crowned the winner. They get the gloating rights and they get like a nice crown or something, I don't know. So I think we'll dive in and have a look at what's going on. So here we go, time to play a bit of the demo of Kingdomino, because we are indeed playing the demo today, and build ourselves a little domino-y kingdom. Okie doke, here we go. There's our castle. Our former kingdom drops away into oblivion, and then we're left with the castle just sort of floating around. Now these things here are determining who is going in what order. Oh, and there we go. As luck would have it, we get to go first, which is very handy indeed. Okay, so because we're first, and because there's no timer, we can have a little look around and figure out exactly what's going on. Okay, so across the top here we can see who we're playing against. So we're playing against 3 other AI people, they're computer controlled, and we're playing against Merchant, who's in orange, Fisherman, who's in red, and King, who's in green. And we're over here, of course, playing in Geek Cupboard Corporate Blue, because why would we want to play in anything else? And there's our castle, and there's Merchant's castle, over there is Fisherman's castle, and King's castle is over there. But you'll notice that even though we've got castles, we don't really have anything else going on. There's not really much of a kingdom happening, and that's because we need to build the kingdoms, and we build the kingdoms by using dominoes, and here are the dominoes that we're going to use to build up our little kingdom. What happens is we pick a domino, when it comes to our turn we then get that domino, we put it down somewhere around our castle, and then we sort of take it in turns to get more dominoes, we build up a little sort of realm around our castle, and then at the end we work out who's got the most points, and that's how we play the game. But there are a few rules that we might need to go over, and some of them are a little bit complicated and I might fumble over them, but just bear with me, okay? Just go with me on it. So big important rule number 1, our kingdom has to be in a 5x5 grid, and that's what these things here are showing us. So that there is a little 5x5 grid, and the sort of castle thing at the minute is represented in the middle of that 5x5 grid. That's where the castle is. So we haven't got a grid right now, so the game's just kind of assuming that we're going to build our realm around the sort of castle with it being in the middle, but that might not be the case. We might end up playing the game where the castle could possibly be up in this corner here, or it might be just here, or it might be just here. It doesn't matter where the castle is within our 5x5 grid, we just have to make sure that we build within a 5x5 framework. We can't build outside of that. We have to make sure that everything is contained. So the castle has got to be involved somehow, and that's where we start from. But other than that, it might move around in a sort of grid shape type thing, depending on where we put our different dominoes. So that's very important. And also, we need to make sure that we put everything down correctly, which requires some sort of planning, which we're brilliant at in the Geek Cupboard, because right at the end of the game, on your last turn, there is often the sort of slight misfortune that you can't place your final domino because you've not built your little sort of empire correctly. You might say, for example, I don't know, have a gap on the top right and a gap on the bottom right. And if that does happen, you obviously can't put one domino down to fill in both of those gaps, because that's not how they work. So if that is the case, if you can't fit your final domino in on your final turn, it just sort of gets destroyed. It gets evaporated, it's discarded, and then you don't get any points from it, which could possibly be a bit of an issue, because you want to score lots of points, so you want to make sure that you build everything correctly, although that can be quite tricky. That can be a difficult thing. So big important rule number 1, you need to fit everything into a 5x5 grid. And then we need to talk about how we actually score. Now this is quite complicated to describe, but effectively you score points by having little crowns, like this one down here, on bits of land. So what you do is, that one there, look at that sort of little crown, is on an ocean tile, and it's got a building on it, it looks very pretty. So if we were to play that, we would get 1 point. That would give us 1 point, because we've got 1 crown in 1 ocean tile. And the way the scores are worked out is they multiply the amount of crowns with the sort of adjacent similar tile types. So if we had another ocean tile just here, that'd be 2 ocean tiles adjacent to each other, 1 crown in that sort of area of land, and that would give us 2 points. And if we had, I don't know, 2 ocean tiles over here and then 1 crown, that'd be 3 ocean tiles multiplied by the 1 crown in that area. That would give us 3 points, and so on. And yes, you can get sort of different ones, different sort of dominoes with more crowns on them. So yeah, it depends on what you actually get out of the dominoes, but that's how you score points. Little bit complicated to describe, but I think, yeah, we'll see it in practice as we go. And now the game is waiting for us to pick a domino, because we get first dibs, which is very handy because, yeah, that's quite a good thing. So we've got to pick whether we would like this domino here, which has got 2 bits of forest on it, this domino here, which has got 2 bits of grassland on it, this domino here, which has got a bit of field and a bit of grassland, or this one here, which has got the aforementioned bit of sort of ocean with a crown, which gives us points, and then a forest. Now, on their own, they're not worth any more or any less. So this bit of forest here isn't worth any more than that bit of grassland or that field or whatever. It is solely down to the amount of crowns that you have in the same sort of, you know, the same, adjacent to the same type of tile type, if you like. So if there was a forest tile just here with a crown on it, we would get points. So the forests, yeah, aren't inherently worth more than grassland or anything else. It's the amount of crowns that we have linked to those similar land types. The only thing is about this, we get to pick first right now, but the game does place a value on the dominoes themselves. So the dominoes at the top of this list are deemed a little bit less important than the dominoes at the bottom of the list, which does sort of play out because these ones here don't give us anything at the minute, whereas that one would give us some ability to score some points. However, if we pick this one here, right now, we go first. That's good. Hooray, we get first dibs. If we pick this domino down here, next time, we're last. So if you pick this domino here, on the next time we get to pick dominoes, you are last in line. If you pick this one, you're second to last. If you pick this one, you're second in line to pick. And if we were to pick this domino right now, next turn, we would be first. Because the game has gone, do you know what? This time round, you've picked a slightly rubbish domino. Next time, you can have first dibs. But we've got first dibs now anyway. So I think what we'll do is, we will take this one because that gives us the opportunity to at least score some points. So we'll have that, please. So I think, here, there we go, look. Our little sort of blue meeple person hops on. So we've picked this. So we'll have that. Cracky, it's cloudy up in the clouds. Who'd have thought it? So end our turn. Right, so Merchant then gets a go. So Merchant's picked that domino there. So next time, Merchant will go first. And then it'll be Fisherman. And then it'll be King. And then it'll be us. Okay, so we now get to go first, I think. Oh no, hang on. No, they get their turn first, of course, yes, because they've picked the rubbish domino. So their turn is first, and now they're picking first, look. So they've had all their turns, they've put down various dominoes to make up their kingdom, and now it's our turn. But as they take their turns, they got to pick the next dominoes in line. So Merchant has picked this one here. So next time, Merchant's going to have that domino to play, which has got a bit of field on it, and then this kind of brown, that's like a swamp, I think. It's like a swampy sort of land. And then King, next time round, gets to play a forest with a crown on it, and another field. Fisherman has a field with a crown, and then a bit of, I think that's like wasteland. I think that's like barren wasteland. And then we're going to get that tile there. But right now, let's play this domino. Okay, so here we go. So we go sort of a top-down view, and we get to put this somewhere. I'm not quite sure where this can go right now, but we need to put it somewhere. I think we will pop it like that, and then I think you can rotate it around. So we'll rotate it like that. So we look out of our castle, some lovely forest, and then we've got some water. And yeah, for now, that will do the job. Yes, please, we will have that. And now we need to pick our next domino. But yes, because we went first last time, we're last this time, and we have to play that one. Okay, so that's it. We've got no choice. So end our turn on that one, but now we get to go first because we chose these, well, we sort of were forced to choose a slightly rubbish domino. So we get to play this. So yes, okay, so we'll play... I don't know why I've just zoomed over there. Okay, we're looking at somebody else. We're viewing somebody else's kingdom. Can we go home, please? Thank you. Okay, so I want to play this. Now, we need to possibly match up the forest. That might be quite useful because at some point we might get a forest tile with, in fact, there's one over there, look. Hang on, if we look here, there is a forest tile with a crown on it. So if we place this just, say, here, so it's adjacent to that forest tile, we'll have that bit of forest and that bit of forest, and then next time, because we get first dibs and we can choose, we could pick that bit of forest, which will give us 3 points, because we'll have 3 bits of forest multiplied by the 1 crown. I think that's what we do. That seems like quite a good idea. So if we put that there, and then if we get other water tiles, we'll build them down here, next to this. So you can put any type of tile next to your castle. So at the minute we can build around the castle, but on the tiles that are not adjacent to your castle, they have to match. A little bit like a sort of a domino would. So yeah, I can't put that forest tile just there, and then I can't seat it right there where it is on the cursor, because the forest isn't adjacent to another forest. So we have to put it like that, I think. Yeah, perfect. It slots in like that, and we'll confirm that, and then we pick our tile. So we will have that one, please. There you go, a little kind of meeple hops on. That's quite fun. I like that. And you get these in the board game as well. You get the little sort of people. They also don't hop around unless you make them, which I might possibly do, but you get them as well. Okay, so they're all having their turns. They're doing various things. And yeah, we can see, look, how the grids are forming. We can see how it's looking already. Okay, so Merchant has had their turn, and now it's our turn. Okay, so we now need to take our Domino, and then if we put that just there, that gets us 3 points, because we've got 3 forest tiles linked, so sort of one big forest, multiplied by the 1 crown, which is very handy. And I can see over here we've got some water tiles as well, but we have got a double forest. In fact, hang on, we've got water and forest, which is kind of perfect for us. So we'll confirm that, thank you. That's really good. And then we will take, let's take this one, because they're both the same tile. They're both the same domino, look. There's a water with a crown and a forest, but this one is second. So the game perceives this as a lesser value domino than that one there, even though they're the same. So if we do this, we get second choice next time. So we'll have that one, please. And we could put that there, look. So we put that there. So with the water tile here and the forest tile there. So it's an extra forest tile added onto that bit of land to get us another point. And it's another water tile with a crown in it adjacent to that one to get us even more points. So yes, accept that. So end our turn, we will have that, thank you very much. And yes, you can see how many points we've got. So the minute we've got 4, Merchant's on 2, Fisherman's on 1, and King has just crept up to 2. Okay, so now it's King's turn. So King is going to play the double forest. We could go and have a look at their land, but I'm fine. I'm okay right now. So we will then play our one. So if we put that there, that's perfect. See, I've got another forest tile going in and another water tile, which is very handy indeed. Okay, so confirm that just there. Thank you very much. And now we get to pick either a sort of a grassland tile, which isn't any good for us because we haven't got any grassy stuff. We could pick another forest tile with a crown, but that does go to grassland. Or we could pick another water tile with a crown on it and a bit of field. And maybe if we put that just there, that might work quite well, because then if at some point later we get ourselves a field tile with a crown on it, we can put that around here and make the most of those just there. So I think we will have that for now. So not much good on the next turn, because we're going to be last to choose. Well, you don't choose, do you? We get what's left over. But I think that could be quite good for us in the long run. So, yeah, okay, we'll do that, please. So end our turn for now. So we're on 8 points. Fisherman's on 7. And everyone else is still having their go. Okay, so they've picked the boring tile. They've got that one. And now it's their go. Okay, so red gets their turn. So Fisherman puts down that tile, which actually is quite good for them. That's quite good, because that was a double grassland, and they've got, you can look on here, look and see, they've got, oh, it's our turn already. Yeah, on the grid you can see where the things are, where the crowns are. So they got quite a lot of points from that. That was quite good for them. Okay, right, no, that's fine. Well done. If we put that there, for example, yeah, that sort of tallies up quite well. The only thing is, we have to make sure that we are building in a 5x5 grid. For example, here, look, these guys, they can't expand. So merchant can't expand any more sort of to the top or the bottom because they've got 5 tiles in a row, including their castle. In fact, everybody has, apart from us. We're the only ones that haven't quite gone as far as that yet. But okay, no, that's fine. The only thing is, if we do put that there, hang on, how are we then going to build up around this? That could be a bit of an issue, couldn't it? If we rotate that round, maybe at some other point. Oh, hang on, we're getting 2 water tiles next time. That could go here. That's actually really good. Okay, so if we then, I'm trying to think about how we can build 5x5. So that would be a tile. That would be a tile to fill in just there. That water tile can go just here. And then we've got one. Hang on, yeah, one there. Oh, the castle's not helping with that, is it? The castle is becoming a bit of a problem. Okay, I think we'll put that there for now. So drop that in and we will have that water tile. Okay, so end our turn. And yeah, a couple of fairly bland tiles there, but there we go. Never mind. So they've had their turn and now it's our go. We'll have the water. Thank you very much. And yeah, I like this. So the animation, the sort of art style that we're looking at now is a little bit different to what there is in the actual physical game, but it's still got loads of little details. When you look down, it's got sort of stuff in the fields and stuff in the water and such like. I like that. But yeah, it's a slightly different art style. But if we put that there, that means we've got 5 water tiles adjacent to each other with 3 crowns. So that gets us 5 times 3. That gets us 15 points just from having that just there. So confirm that, thank you. We're up to 19 points. And okay, what can we do? We can either have water and a crown on a grassland thing. We could just have some fields, which is not particularly exciting. Or we could have a bit of swamp, but also then have a mine. Now that is interesting. The mines are quite interesting. I'm trying to figure out how we can get this sort of set up. So if we put, say, a tile, a domino, well, hang on, one there, one across. Oh, we might have made a bit of a boo-boo with this layout. We might not be able to use our final tile. I don't think our last domino is going to be usable. I think maybe I've made a bit of a mistake there. Okay, we'll work it out. I'm wondering if we take this, and that gives us 5 adjacent squares of the field, but no crowns. So it won't do anything until we activate it with a crown. But I think maybe over the next, 3, 4, 5 turns, we must be able to pick one. So I think we take that gamble. We go for that. And that means as well, because we're picking the sort of perceived worst domino, next time we get first dibs. So we'll do that. Then you have your turn. There we go. In it goes. You're on 18 points. Okay, it's close. It's quite close. Okay. Right, that water tile looks very tempting. That looks very good. Okay, so we're going to put this... How can we best position this? I mean, does it go like that? If it goes like that, yeah, we're not going to be able to use our final domino. Which is a shame, I think. So one can go in there. One can go in there. But there's going to be a gap. So our final one is going to be wasted. But we could potentially put it there. Oh, no. We're going to... Oh, this... No, I've made a proper mess of this. This is awful. We're going to put that in like that. We're going to drop that in. Just... Oh, is that the best way to do it? Or is that the best way? We'll put it in like that. I think. Well, do you know what? We'll rotate it around. Let us have that little sort of cart thing next to these standing stones. There we go. Yeah, even down here is a problem. So if we put a domino here and a domino here, there's going to be a gap over here because we're now 5 wide. And in fact, yes, we're 5 high if we're... In fact, no, hang on a minute. Hang on. No, undo that. Undo that. That gives a bit of freedom down here, doesn't it? So, well, hang on. Rotate it round again. I want that to be next to that. We'll confirm that. But then we've got a choice to get quite a lot of points from having this, again, not very good in terms of, sort of crowns and such, tile here. This domino here hasn't got any crowns on it, but if we put it adjacent to this, that's another 2. That's another 2 water tiles adjacent to those, which is some more points. So I think we will take that for now, thank you. We will have that. Everybody else then has their turn. So King has just leapt up to 19 points. Fisherman is on 33 points. Crikeys. Merchant on 18. So the minute we're... Oh, hang on. They've just gone up to 24. Okay. Right. We are equal last. And Fisherman is miles ahead. Okay. But this might help bring us back into the game. So if we do that... We've then got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 water tiles multiplied by 3. So that's 21 points just coming from that alone. And then we've got the 4 from the forest. So that'll be 21, 22, 23, 24. So 25 points we should be on, which at least gets us near to merchant. So I think we'll confirm that. So we're on 25. And then... Oh, okay. Right, how are we going to do this? So we've got forest tiles here. We haven't got a field tile, a yellowy field tile with a thing on it. So we can't make use of anything down here. Not so bothered about that just there. So I think we could take this. So that's forest and water. The only thing is, how are we best going to use that? I'm not entirely sure. We could put it here. So we could have the water tile with the crown on it just there. And the forest tile, oh, it's not going to fit. The forest tile could go here, and then we need to build forests around for it to kind of meet up with this forest here to get the adjacency bonuses. I think that might be what we do. Do you know what? Let's go for that. Let's try it, shall we? It might not work. This might be a terrible idea, but we shall give it a try. So there we go. That goes in. They're on 32 points. Oh, they've got loads of that wasteland stuff. They've got quite a lot. But okay, 53 Fisherman's got. Good grief. These are supposed to be easy difficulty AI. Wowzers trousers. Okay, right. We are now very much last. So, if we put that in like that, this tile here is going to be wasted. So, yeah, we can't do anything with that. So we'll get to place down 2 more dominoes. And that's it. That's all we'll be able to do, which is a bit unfortunate, isn't it? There we go, but never mind. I mean, ideally, we'd want... Oh, hang on a minute. Can we somehow factor this one into the equation? So if we can put that wherever we like it, can't we? So if we do that, but then rotate it round, that still connects the water. And then we could use... Okay, we might need to take a bit of a gamble on this. So if we do that, we've got a forest just here, and it fills up next to our castle, which just makes it look a bit nicer, doesn't it? We don't want a big gaping void next to our castle. That's terrible for the property value. So we'll leave that like that. And then I think we'll confirm that. And now we have a choice. Do we go for forest with water? No, I think we go for this. We go for the double forest. We put that just there. And we hope that after our next go, where we get to go first, there is at least another piece of forest. And then we can put that just there, link them together, and get a decent amount of points from that. That, I think, is what we need to do. So, yeah, okay, we'll take that, please. Everybody else can have their turns. Don't get any points, Merchant. You got points, Merchant. Outrageous. Okay, at least we're beating King. King is on 28, I think, at the minute. King is on 38. We're not beating King. Okay. Place our domino. Yeah, that one. There we go. Lovely. Right, put that there. It's got to go just there. Perfect. Okay, right. We can put that in like that. That's fine. And then we can pick this. So, next time we choose that, we put it just here. That's another crown linking up all these forests. So we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 forests multiplied by the 2 crowns is quite a lot of points. Not enough to win, I don't think, sadly, but I think it should be okay. And I think that's about as good as we're going to get. We can't get any points off those down there, unfortunately, because we didn't really get anything that helped out with that. So I think that's it. And yeah, I've made a bit of a boo-boo with how we've sort of arranged everything. And yeah, we can't fit our last one in. We won't be able to fit our last tile in, which is a little bit sad, but there we go. Right, so confirm that, and then pick the next one, which has got to be that one, please. So we'll take that. So we're still on 36. That got us no points at all, of course, because there weren't any crowns on that bit. Merchant's gone up to 50. Fisherman is on 57. King is on a tiny bit more, possibly. Yeah, that's just 1 point. Okay, so they've now had their turn. They're still on 39, but they can fit their last domino in, I think. We can't, because I've made a bit of an error with that. But never mind. So we're going to put that in, rotate it round, so they're all adjacent. So all the forests are adjacent, couple of crowns. That's about as good as we're going to get it. Okay, so confirm that, and then select our next domino. Okay, now here we effectively need to play to stop other people getting points. Although we've already been beaten by Merchant and Fisherman, and they've yet to have their final turns, I think. So it's not looking brilliant. So not bothered about that one. Not so fussed about that. I think... Is there any grassland? Yes. Although Merchant... We need to beat King, really. We need to make sure that we beat King to not finish last. So there is... King's only got one slot down here. Ah, right. We need to take this. If we take this, that means King cannot play that swampy tile adjacent to that swampy tile to get a load of points. Okay, so you hop onto there. We'll have that one purely for tactical reasons, because we can never play this. That's a tile that we can't use. Oh, there's little people. There's people out there doing fishing and chopping trees and things. Oh, that's quite fun. Okay, so our turn, that's just going to explode because we can't put it down. We simply can't fit the domino in. We've got two adjacent empty, opposite empty corners. One domino can't fill those. So that gets obliterated. I think we were the only player that didn't actually fit everything in properly. Go us, yay. Okay, never mind, right. So end our turn. And although I don't think we won, I also don't think we were last, which is always a good thing. So I think, yes, we get to look at the points. So there's our little sort of kingdom. So we got 16 points from trees and from the forest, and we got 32 points from the water. So we got 48 points in total. Merchant, I don't know who won actually. Did Merchant win? So Merchant got some points from fields, some points from... Oh, they got loads of points. 40 points from the swampy stuff. And then some from the mines. So Merchant got 59. So did Fisherman get more than 59? Got 6 from fields. Got a little tiny pile from the from trees there, from forest. A little bit from water. They got loads from grassland. 40... Oh, they just won. So Fisherman won. Okay, but even they had sort of, dead tiles. So that one doesn't do anything. And that water tile doesn't do anything. And that forest doesn't do anything. But they were quite lucky with their grass. Look at that. There's a tile there with 2 crowns. Tile down here with 2 crowns. And then 2 tiles there with another 2 crowns. Okay, so that's what won them the game. That big area of grassland there was what proved decisive, shall we say. And there we go. Confirmation that we did not win, but we also didn't finish last, which I think is sort of okay. Now, because we are playing the demo... Oh, hang on. We get rewards. Shards collected. And ghosts collected. Okay, so yes, there are sort of like daily rewards and things you can do and things you can collect. So we've picked up a shard. Place 18 dominoes with no crowns in a single game. Oh, that would be sad. That's one of the daily objectives. Oh, that's really rubbish. Imagine that. You get no points. You get no points at all. That'd be awful. And then, yes, play 6 online games to get ghosts and shards. I don't quite know what you do with those. Okay, so if we go to the main menu, we will see down here, because we are playing the demo, it says here, for the demo, you are able to play 2 full games. Games remaining 1. Because we only have 1 game. Down here are those things we just saw. So we've got Halloween Haunt. There's a special event. We gain ghosts for each swamp domino placed, but we didn't place any. That was one of the types that we didn't place. Okay, so that's why we didn't get any kind of ghosty things. It unlocks like a jack-o'-lantern type person there. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so that's good. There is also a thing here called Lost Kingdom, Welcome to the Lost Kingdom. Unlock rewards by exploring a fog-covered kingdom from ages past. Okay, so profile, castle, meeple and quest. So I assume this is something that we can't quite do in the... Oh no, we can. We can. Oh, okay, this is intriguing. Right, so create domino. Oh, you need shards to create a domino. And then you work your way through. Oh, I see. So it's like you play the main game and you get shards, and then you can go into this kind of little sort of side quest type thing. Okay, that's quite fun. I like that. We can't do much with that, I don't think. Is that the overhead view? Yes, okay. So yeah, it looks like you can unlock different things around your castle. But we can't do much of that right now. So I think what we'll do is we'll just dive into another game. Let's have a look, shall we? So single player, and you can do all these things, all different things. You can pass and play on the same device. You can do an online lobby type thing. But yeah, we should just play against the AI. And yes, here are the two styles. So we've got the sort of new style designed for this game, I believe. We can't choose the original art set right now. We can't do that because it's not in the demo. But yeah, you can play with the classic Kingdomino visuals if you want to, which I quite like. I like the fact that, you know, they've remembered the heritage of the game. They're sort of not forgotten where it's come from. They're not going, do you know what? We don't want it to look like it does on the sort of the board game version. Away with that. They've kind of acknowledged that did look good, but they've made their own kind of online version, which I think is quite good. I like the fact they've kept it in there. And now we get to pick our opponents, and you'll notice that everybody is set to easy difficulty, which we can't change. So last time we got beaten by 2 easy AI opponents, which is a little bit of a shame, isn't it? One thing we are going to do, I think maybe, let's change, hang on, there's method behind this madness. You can go to there. We will play as yellow. Yeah, let's have a bit of a change there. The blue didn't work out entirely well. Geek Cupboard Corporate Blue came in third, so will Geek Cupboard Corporate Yellow fare any better? And we're going to play against Merchant, Farmer and Prince. Okay, right, this is fine. So start our second and currently only game that we can play in the demo. And there we go. Our castle is in a lovely shade of Geek Cupboard Yellow. Geek Cupboard Corporate Yellow, sorry. And away goes the world. And what order are we playing in? We're third. Okay, so third choice. Here we go. So let's take a little look at what's going on. Who's picking what? They've picked that. So they're quite good. The mines are quite good. If you can get a whole load of mines, they are very handy indeed. We could go for double swamp. Wildly exciting swamp. Because if we do get a little thing to tally with it, that's quite good. And also it means we go first next time. So we will have that, thank you. So well, yeah, end our turn. We'll pick the swampy thing. Merchant then goes here. Okay, so we are then going to go first. Oh, look at that. That's perfect. Okay, and then we're going to pick one of these. Okay, so we'll have that. There is something kind of slithering around in there. There is something sort of moving around, which is quite fun. Okay, so if we put that just there, is that going to be okay? This is where you have to try and plan ahead, even on the first time, just to make sure, yeah, unlike last time, that you get to use, we want to make sure we use our final domino, so it's not wasted. So we could go, yeah, one there, one there, one there, one there, one side. Yeah, okay, that would work. I'm going to put that there, not at the front of the castle, because that's a bit unsightly. We'll put it down the side of the castle. There we go. So, confirm that, and then we will take this, because it's the third one along, so it's not last, so we don't go last next time to choose, and it's got 2 crowns. So we might as well have that, and it matches with the swampy stuff. So yes, we will take that. Thank you very much. We shall end our turn. Lovely. I mean, that's not the best kingdom to rule over at the moment. Just a swamp with a rock and a tree and potentially a monster. But it's fine. Okay. Everybody else has their turns. I think Prince already has a point. And Farmer must as well. Yeah, they've got points as well. Okay. So everybody else is having their turns. More stuff is dropping into position. And now it's our go. Right. So where do we put this now? So we could put it just there. But then that would mean that the castle is going to be on the left-hand side of our kingdom forevermore. We could put it just... could put it there and rotate it round like that. So if we do get some... what have we got coming up? There's another one, look. There's another swampy thing. Oh, we could have that again and put it here. Okay. I think that seems like quite a good idea. We'll go for that. So we'll put that in like that. And then we'll have that, please, because that makes sense. So end the turn, and then you'll put the other bit down here. And that means we'll have 4 swampy tiles multiplied by the 3. We'll get 12 points from that, just from the off, which is quite nice. We're currently in the lead. I mean, that, I doubt that's going to stay for very long, but, we're still in the lead. This is good. And if we put that here, rotate it around like that, if we get, in fact, what do we have? Coming up, we've got field with forest. And we have a field over here that we could combine with that one there with the crown to get a few points. So I think, yes, we'll confirm that in place, and then we will have that one, please. Thank you very much. Okay, so end the turn. We've got 12 points already, and we've got space for more swampy things if they crop up, which they have. But are we going to be able to get our hands on them? I don't know. Oh, potentially yes. Okay, right. We might be going for the best tile in the sort of the round next time, but that's fine. So if we put that... Okay, where are we going to put this? I want to make sure that we don't miss out on any spaces like we did last time, because that was a bit unfortunate. What if we put that there, rotate it round, so it's adjacent to that, so we get 2 points from the 2 fields, and then we've got potential for forest over here if we need it. And then we can fit 2 tiles in there, 1 across here, 1 there, 1 there, 1 there, 1 there, and that uses up the space. I think that's a better thing to do. I think that makes sense. So, we'll confirm that, I think. So we'll absolutely confirm that. So it gets us in a couple of points, which is no bad thing. And then we'll have this, because it's a swampy tile, which means we get some more points from our swamp. And then also a mine just gives us 2 points. Just gives us a nice, easy 2 points, which is fairly straightforward and easy to get our hands on. So yes, we'll have that, please. Thank you. So confirm that, lock that in. There we go. And then we've got who's having their turn. Prince was having their turn. Okay. So the moment, yes, we are in the lead. We're in the lead, but that will erode away. There you go. Look, already, look, they're only 2 points behind. And then Prince got nothing much out of their one. Farmer got a point out of theirs. And then, right, this is unfortunate for us. This is a bit of a nuisance. But okay, so we've got this just here. But next time, because we picked this domino first, we've now got to go for this domino, which is a piece of field and a piece of water. And we haven't got any water. So we could, in theory... what do we do with this? We could just put that up there like that and just be done with it and go, Joe, that's fine. That's okay. The only thing is, if we then do find any more mines, we can't put them next to that mine just there. We could put it just there, but then that might close off the opportunities for any further swampy tiles. This is the gamble that we need to take. Unless we do things entirely differently and we go like that. If we go like that with our castle positioned on the left of our 5, we can have a domino here. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can fit 7 more in and that would work. I think we go for that. And then we've got, that and water. We might just need to sacrifice that forest tile in the corner. That might be what we do. We'll go for that. Let's do that, and then we'll pick that one, because we have to. Thank you so much, everybody, for giving us this slightly useless thing. Okay, right. Our turn. And I think if we just put that there, that's fine, isn't it? Is that fine? I think that's okay. We'll drop that in. It's another point, because it's the field tiles adjacent to those fields there with the crown in it. So it's a few points. Plus, we do get 1 point from the water tile. And we might get some more water stuff over here. And then, right, here we go. We could get some more water. That'd be okay. That tile's useless, actually. That one there gets us more water stuff with woods, forests. This one here, though, that could be quite good. That's another swampy thing, which might be quite useful. Because, yes, that'll be lots of tiles multiplied by more swamp. We'll confirm that. And we'll have that, please. So, we got the best choice this time, but next time we're going to suffer for it, I feel. But there we go, never mind, that's how the game works. Somebody's got to be first and somebody's got to be last. So we will see. Yeah, ideally I would have chosen that one. I would have chosen that one they had, because that would have tallied quite well. Already Merchant is in the lead. Our lead didn't last long, but we're not totally last. Okay, Merchant's a long way in the lead. Everybody else is having their turns, and now we get to place our domino. Okay, so we could put it there. What's coming up, actually? We've got forest. Oh, it's rubbish. It's forest and, yes, another one of those tiles. Another field tile, which is just a bit naff. I think we put it there, and oh, it's going to have to go somewhere around. Oh, hang on, it could go, potentially it could go there. We can't fit it around here, I don't think, because that's not going to fly. Don't think it's going to work if it goes there. How best can we fit this in? If we've got that next time, yeah, that means we might have to put the forest, say, over here. Oh, this has been made very tricky all of a sudden. What if we did it like that? Keep the options open. Maybe we'll do that. Hang on, fit a domino in, domino in, domino. Okay, we're still good for the shape. I think we'll do that. We'll take that right up to 30. That one domino there was pretty good. Right, we'll have this rubbish tile that we don't particularly want, but then it requires us to get some good tiles next time. Okay. However, we are, yes, choosing last. Oh, no. Ah. Ha ha. Okay, we might want this one next time. Yeah, actually, we do want that. We definitely want that tile next time, please. So if we put that in like that, rotate it round, we get a point from that forest. But really, this is what we're looking at. So if we put that just there, we get more points from the swamp being next to the swamp, and we also get a multiplier of mines next to each other, which is going to be quite good. So we will confirm that, yes, and then we'll take that. Although that does mean that we go last again on the following round, which again could be a bit of an issue because people are going to cherry pick the better things. But never mind, it's all fine. They aren't the best selection of things. We will see what we end up with. We will see. Ideally, we'd want that one. Ah, okay. That's worked out fine. Right. This has got to go in just there because that makes perfect sense. So confirm that. Yes, it can't go here, can it? Because then it's not adjacent to that. So confirm that. 41 points. This is going to be quite hard fought, I feel. That comes in just there. And we could put that just there next to that for us to get another little tiny handful of points. But what is next? Ideally, more swamp would be good. Ah, they've taken the swamp. That would have been perfect. That would have been the best one for us. But alas, we haven't got that one. Right. So I think we can put that there. Rotate it round. Come on, game. Work it out. So yeah, that gets us 4 points. So 2 forests multiplied by 2 crowns. 2 times 2 maths with Penge is 4. So we'll have that. That's okay. So confirm that. Is that the right? Yeah, confirm that. And then, I mean, we could do water. We could just get some more points from some water up there. And then hope that we get the best choice on the final go. Let's go for that, shall we? So end our turn. They get their go. Come on. So we're going to get some points from the water that we can put in. But really it's down to this. Oh, yes. It's a mine. Okay, that's perfect. Right, so drop that in there. So put that in. So that gets us a couple of extra points because we've now got 2 more ocean tiles adjacent to that one with the crown. So that'll get us some points. So yes, please. And then if we take this and put it here, that gets us quite a lot of points because we've got lots of adjacent mines. So we will take that, thank you very much. There we go. And we're going to complete a proper grid this time. We're not going to have any holes in it. I don't think anybody else is either. I think all the other computer opponents have managed to fill the grid in properly as well. Well done. Oh, crikey. Merchant's very near. Okay. Merchant. Oh, hang on. I think we might win. We might win with the very last domino. So at the moment, Merchants got 46, but they've had their turn. Prince has got 40, they've had their turn. Farmers on 37, they've had their go. So if we put this just here, we're going to get an extra, well, we've now, what's that? An extra 1 point for putting that down, but then more points because we've added a mine adjacent to those. So it was on, what was that on? 2 times 4 is 8. So we're getting 8 points from that, but now we're going to get 3 times 5. Is that right? Massive pen? Yes. 3 times, so 3 tiles times the 5 crowns, 15 points. So we should go up by quite a lot, I think. This might be a glorious victory. 53 points. There we go. Right. End the turn, and hopefully that's it. Right, so game over. Yay. There we go. There's our little kind of tiny empire with the castle right on the edge, which we discussed earlier on. We said the castles might end up sort of on the side or in the corners or whatever. So, yeah, we got some points from the fields, a few from forests. But yeah, most, I think, was from the swamps. Yay for our swampy empire. Okay, 53 points. And yes, the others would have got their points from various things as well. Okay, I mean, look at that. That's very, I mean, they've got a tiny bit of swamp. It's quite nice. There's a fields, grassland, bit of forest in the middle, bit of water. Very pretty. Okay, so yeah, how did everybody do? So we got the most points. Merchant, in fact, got the most points there from, what's that, grassland. And that was the most points anyone got entirely. But I think we just got more points across the board, but only just. Okay, wonderful. There we go. Game overview. We lost one and we won one. And we got 3 shards. We got 3, so we didn't quite get enough to make a card for that thingamajig. Unless we got given a free shard or whatever. No, 3 out of 4. Botherations. Okay, that's a bit of a shame. That would have been quite fun. But, yeah, I've got no games remaining. I can't play anymore because that comes to the end of the demo. There we go. So, yeah, we're sort of, just sort of stuck. Look, we've come to the end of what we can do. But that is quite a faithful sort of recreation of the board game, the sort of tabletop game, which is really good. It's very good. And as you can see, it doesn't take long to play. It's not a complicated thing to play. It's quite straightforward, really. So I think, yeah, they've done a good job there. They've done a good job of kind of, making it sort of, taking that board game, tabletop game, and bring it to life here. But you've got little animations and things. Got the people out in the fields and people out in the woods and such like. People doing fishing. It looks very pretty. It looks really, really good, but I do like the fact that they have kept the sort of original artwork in there if you want to play with that as well. Just going to have a quick look at the achievements. We've got... Oh, hang on. We can claim rewards. I'm claiming beginner winner. We'll have that. We've got stuff. We can make a thingamajig and we can claim that. Complete 3 games because, yes, when you open the game, it does come with the tutorial and that counts as a game. Okay. We're on 5, we can craft a thing. Oh, hang on, we can do more. Gain 40 points using lakes. Okay, we're on 6. Oh, there's loads. Win a game without using a swamp. Okay. Oh, that must have been the demo, the tutorial, sorry. Win a game without using a mountain. They're the ones with the mines on. Okay, what else have we got? Have we got others? Oh, there's one down here. Win a game with 10 crowns in your kingdom. Okay, yep, that's pretty good. Up to 9. Oh, hang on a minute, even more. Lose a game against a full lobby of easy AI. Okay, right, at least it rewards you for this. It rewards you for your uselessness. Discard 1 tile in a single game. Yep, indeed, that is an ups moment, dearie me. And that's it. I think that's it. I think we've claimed all of our goodies. Okay, so let's now go into the Lost Kingdom and just see what we can do. So I think we can craft 2 dominoes. So let's create a domino. Spend 4 shards. Absolutely. Yes, please. Okay, so we've got a domino. Can we go again? Oh, it costs a bit more next time. I think we can do it, though. We can spend 6 shards for another one. Okay, so we've got... Oh, the price didn't go up that time. But okay, so now we've got 2 of these. Okay, so what did these do again? What did they do? Hang on. Does that tell us what it is? Profile, Castle, Meeple, or Quest. Okay, so Profile, Castle, Meeple, or... Oh, I see. It's unlocking different things. Because, yes, in your profile, you can pick your profile picture. You can pick the type of castle you have. You can pick the type of meeple that you've got. And then, yes, you can also unlock a quest. Okay, maybe, for fun, let's unlock a different type of castle. Okay, so confirm that. So I don't quite know. Oh, there we go. Wheatfield Castle. Okay, so we can choose a new castle with a sort of a windmill type attachment on it, which is quite fun. And then we'll go for that just there. So that unlocks, what was that again? A quest. Okay, yeah, what does that give us? Confirm that. What is the quest? Harmony. Gain 5 extra points if your kingdom is complete and you did not discard any dominoes. Oh, I see. Right, okay. Oh, we can't go and look at this now, unfortunately. But I think, yes, in here, it's got a little 2 there. When we set up the game, right in the bottom right corner, there was a little bit that said quests. So you can apply a quest to that. And then, yes, if you have that quest applied to your game and you manage to complete an entire 5x5 grid without leaving any gaps, you use up all your dominoes, then you get some extra points. Oh, that's quite fun. So it kind of gives you extra bonuses and fancy goodies and things for playing the game a bit. Okay, yeah, that's good. I like that. But there we go. We've come to the end of what we can do with the demo of Kingdomino, but it's been lovely playing some of this. I really enjoyed this because, as I've probably said many times, I really do enjoy playing the tabletop version. It's really good. It's a really good little game and it doesn't take that long to play. And really, when you look at it, it's not even that complicated. It's quite an easy game to play. I mean, I suppose in principle, the very basic idea is that you pick up a domino and you put it down, and that's kind of it. It's very simple in terms of how to actually play, but to master it, it is quite difficult. You've got a whole sort of strategy level going on about where to put things and can you fit things into a grid and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's really good. It's very good. And I like the fact they've sort of, recreated it quite faithfully here on the PC version. And also I think there's a mobile version as well, possibly, I'm not quite sure, but I think, yeah, they've done a good job. They've done a good job. And there is also that kind of Lost Kingdom thing as well, just to, encourage you to play a bit more so you can unlock more things and get different profile pictures and different castles and all that kind of stuff. That's quite fun as well. I like that. A little bit of sort of, enticement to sort of replay the game. That's quite a good thing too. So yes, I think because we have come to the end of what we can do with the demo, we shall wrap things up for now. Hopefully you did enjoy this. If you did, please do leave a like. That would be most marvellous indeed. And also, if you're not already, then please do subscribe to keep up to date with all the other bits and bobs and nonsense that we get up to in the Geek Cupboard. But for now, thank you very much for joining me in the Geek Cupboard, and I'll see you next time. She's still heartbroken. She's still sick. Oh, Colleen, it's just not your day, is it? Sean Bozzini is going to defecate. How's the lounge looking? Do you like the plants? I left them there especially for you guys. Is there some sort of terrible apocalypse which I need to know about? He's just defecated in a bush.